your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Be my consultant, basically teach me how to do the first project. But that's what I did.
So what's your plans now as far as how many projects are you working on? Like what's your vision look like for the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I want to finish this project, which will probably be finished next year, and I want to continue to.
Whoa. Did you guys miss that? Here's a gentleman who's probably 30-ish, and he's putting together his development plan for the next 5 years. Notice I said there's not a whole lot of people in the flipping game here in South Florida who've been around 5, 10, 15, 20 years, is because they didn't do what he specifically is saying right now. They did not put together that 5 and 10 year plan.
Build the same model in the same neighborhood. I kind of want to make this like a real world example that can be duplicated in other cities. Like we can go in, we can buy the land, and I didn't mention my entire team is from the community too. Right. So like my builders, my real estate brokers, my insurance brokers, everybody.
Contractors as well?
Contractors as well, yeah.
That team approach. And trust me, if you're gonna make them money, they're gonna want to be a part of your team.
Yeah, I'm working with a black builder. So, and it's not just anybody. It's people that got good reputations, but we kind of always silo ourselves, and we never really collectively work together on stuff. Yeah. So, and the goal, and the most important part of all of this, whether you flipping, another industry a lot of people in is wholesaling or building new construction, is ensuring that you put the product in front of the right end buyer. Because if you flipping, you call yourself buying a block, but if you're not watching who you're selling to on the back end, right, you're still gentrifying the neighborhood. Yeah. So my goal is really to educate us on, like I said, the work.
So I'm going to give you a pro tip here, and I consider myself a pro. What I like to do, you can't really do this in an opportunity zone, but have your realtor run you a report. Have her run you a report, or he run you a report showing the zip codes, the subdivisions with the fastest moving properties. So if Coral Heights is selling properties and the average days on market is under 30, look for properties in there that have been on the market for longer than 30. There's something wrong and there's a deal to be had. If you see another market and the properties are moving with 15, 20 days, put a circle around that subdivision and find out and send information to everybody in that neighborhood. Because you know if you put something on the market comparable to what is already sold, it's going to move quickly. That's a pro tip, and that's something I've used for 25 years to find properties quickly. Don't wait for them to come on the market. You already know what the pricing is. Just know that market inside out. So if you see a property like the house behind me I'm looking at, I know if it's a 3-2 with a pool, based upon this zip code and subdivision, I can tell you what it's going to be worth. I don't care what it looks like inside because I know what the top end or ARV, after repaired value, is going to be. So if I know that going in, that's a $500,000, $510,000 house, I can just build everything in, including my profit. So that's just something just to keep on your mind.
Professional on why it's better for you to buy over here. Yeah. So I'm building the first 3 now. Got contracts on 2 of them. Both of them are young black professionals, basically oil and gas professionals.
That's townhouses, right?
The townhouses, yeah. I got a dentist, a black dentist from Dallas that's looking at buying one. So it's all about making sure that we create that model, because right now that gentrification narrative is the only thing that's real. Mm-hmm. And for our people, we do better when we see examples of something that's actually working. And so when this is complete.
There's this thing called the law of diffusion of innovation. I want you to look it up. It's basically a bell curve. And it says that on that bell curve, we're all traveling. But on the front end of that bell curve, the initial 2 to 5% are your early innovators. They're the ones who can see what's coming and they jump in now. What he just says, and has been a problem in the black community, is people always wait to see what happens, and by then it's too late.
make sure that this model gets as much exposure as possible. It's not about me making all the money. I want people in other cities to do the same thing. To say it's possible. We really can't do this, and this is the example.
How do you evaluate like what area you want to? I know you say you look at the city plans, but do you have like a set formula, or is it just kind of like you just know the area and you just kind of have a good feeling? Because you can buy in some bad neighborhoods and they don't get better, right? So it's like, how do you know? Like,
now, if you know what you're doing, that will never happen. Never gonna happen. Know your farm area. If you go outside your farm area, network with somebody who knows that area. Never go cold into an area. Never go cold into a neighborhood. There are different neighborhoods in Fort Lauderdale that I used to remember, Melrose Park. If something popped up in Melrose Park, just give me the square footage. Tell me what it was. The configuration, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Just tell me that. I'll tell you what the value of that property was. Coral Heights was another one. Coral Ridge was another one. Imperial Point was one. These are neighborhoods that I considered my farm area. There were places when I went to dinner in the Coral Ridge neighborhood that people recognized me because they knew I was active in that community. I had mailmen that would bring me deals and say, hey, listen, I got something you might want to check out. If you close this, is there something in it for me? You're just damn right there is. Get into your neighborhood, know your neighborhood, and get people to know you.
This is probably going to get better.
It's all about your network, because you got to be talking to people in the industry. So a lot of the realtors that I work with, they work with builders, and you got to have a network of commercial realtors around you too, because they know where the commercial developers are looking at, what areas they're looking at. So a lot of it's word of mouth in addition to what you see on the city plans. But yeah, you got to have your foot in the door. You got to be on the inside, understanding where they're moving, and you just kind of ride that wave along with it.
So, networking. There's something out there right now that's a lot of network, social media. Right now they're all on Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram talking crap and protesting on racism, the systemic racism. It's bullshit. Network with the right people. We're out there. I'm happy to avail myself of someone who needs help. But I expect these people who need help to actually roll up their sleeves and do something. I'm not interested in people who think they deserve reparations. I'm interested in talking to people who understand that there's a tremendous opportunity in front of them. Even more so because of what's going on right now. The opportunity has exploded if you know what you're doing. So I hope you took something away from this video today. And if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be doing both my live broadcast and these one-off videos, as well as we begin to saturate South Florida and areas beyond with information about real estate. Thanks for watching.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip of the Barry Cunningham Show. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, I talk about real estate and the trends and news that affect real estate and making money in real estate. So if you want to see us live, just go ahead and click the subscribe button below, or just click the link below, which is going to be a link to the archives of all of our live shows. And then we'll go ahead and cut these up and get them out there so you can see the clips of the various shows. But in any event, I'm glad you're watching. Please continue to watch and have a great day. Get out there and make some money. And we'll see you on the next episode.